We need young pro-lifers to enter the medical field today, but if the Conscience Protection Act is not soon enacted, doctors and nurses may be forced to violate their conscience or leave healthcare. It's happened before more than once. Now, 3 nurses who say they've been forced against their religious beliefs to participate in abortions are speaking out, so this discrimination will come to an end.
I mean, you are the greatest country in the world.
As a Filipino immigrant to the United States, Kathy DeCarlo never imagined she'd be forced to compromise her conscience in America. That the Catholic nurse emotionally recalls the day at work, she says, still gives her nightmares.
I was preparing for what I thought was going to be a common procedure following a miscarriage, only to realize that I was being asked to perform an abortion on a live 22-week-old unborn baby. I immediately called the resident doctor on duty and my supervisor to find a sub. My supervisor informed me that I would have to assist with the abortion. I'm sorry. I reminded her in tears about the hospital's legal obligation to never force me to participate in an abortion, but to always find a substitute nurse. But she refused. I'll never forget that day as I watched in horror as the doctor dismembered and removed the baby's bloody limbs. And I had to account for all the pieces.
Surrounded by pro-life lawmakers at a November Capitol Hill press conference, DeCarlo calls on Congress to pass the Conscience Protection Act. If passed, the bill would protect the conscience rights of healthcare professionals and others. Healthcare professionals like Faye Vanoia.
They wanted all of the staff in same-day surgery to assist in the abortion.
At the New Jersey hospital where Vanoia works, a mandatory policy went into effect, announcing all nurses in the same-day surgery unit were required to assist with abortions.
Our jobs were threatened if we were not to follow the directives.
Vanoia and her group of nurses reached out to the religious liberty law firm Alliance Defending Freedom. A settlement was reached, and the hospital agreed not to force the women to participate in abortions or to replace them. But Vanoia says more still needs to be done.
There are some nurses that are that can be forced, that are there in the hospital, that are not. It's not a blanket protection for everybody.
In Illinois, Sandra Mendoza's nursing job was not protected. After working at the Winnebago County Health Department as a pediatric nurse for 18 years, a new mandate required all nurses be cross-trained in abortion. When Mendoza refused to participate, she lost her job.
I became a nurse to save lives. I love children, and I have worked with children my whole life. I did not come into this profession to take lives.
These 3 nurses have become the faces of conscience violation in the United States. Their stories have stirred a renewed call for protection, with support ranging from the Twitter campaign #StandWithNurses to the most recent U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops' General Assembly.
Any hope, brothers, of enacting this CPA requires our experts tell us, requires attaching it to must-pass appropriations legislation.
To a conscience protection push on Capitol Hill.
We are here to ask everybody to please support the Conscience Protection Act. And this is not about abortion. This is about our right to speak up, our right to practice our freedom.
In the hospital where I work at, we work together. Muslim, Christian, Catholic, Jewish, all of us work together in harmony for the good of the patient. And I don't think it should be different anywhere else.
Let's do our part to get the Conscience Protection Act passed and support these healthcare heroes. Go to prolifeweekly.com to send your message to Congress.